Hello everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood scam artist here. I'm going to show you how to rug pull meme coins for educational purposes. So let's just get straight into it. So open up your browser and we're going to go on Photon to begin with. So once we're on Photon, we're going to have a look at Pump.Fun coins, because you probably expected me to tell you to use Pump.Fun to make your coin, but I'm actually going to tell you against this, because if you look at all these market caps here, they're all around 5k. They will not get any higher than that. This is because it's free to make a coin, and it's just so accessible to everyone. Anyone can make a coin. That's why they get made by the second. If we switch this to radium, however, we'll be getting 650 million, 2 million, 3 million, way higher market caps, almost 200 billion on this one, which is just insane. It's already been rugged though, because it's got no liquidity. So how do you get your coin on radium? Now, there are many ways. Most of those ways include coding and developers, but there is a way around that. There is a website that allows you to launch your coin on radium without any developers, no coding, none of that. It's called coinflare.fun. Now, this isn't my website. I'm not sponsored. I'm not affiliated. This is just the website that I use because it's one of the only websites that's not a scam and doesn't cost a fortune. So this is the one I use, coinflare.fun. You just connect your wallet up here, Phantom Wallet, and then yeah, it's pretty easy to use. So you just do your name, your symbol, and your image. Let's use that as my image. Name. Now, token decimals you want to keep at 9, and total supply I recommend you keep that at 1 billion because that's the standard. And then you can do a description. Now, you don't need a website, you don't need Twitter, you don't need Telegram, and you don't need a Discord. And you don't need to modify the creator information unless you want to. But what you do need is these revokes. So if you don't have these selected, when you create your coin and the liquidity pool, your coin, let's say this is your coin, it will say warning up here, and you'll have multiple warnings saying that you can freeze tokens, mint supply, and update the metadata. If anyone sees that, they will not buy the coin. So you need to make sure you have these, and it just makes your coin look a lot more legit, basically. And then once you've done that, you can just create your token. So once you've made the token, don't go on Photon expecting it to be there and then come in my comment section telling me that I've misinformed you, because you have to create the liquidity pool first before it will appear on Photon for people to trade. This is the most important part. A lot of people miss this for some reason. A lot of people miss this step and they expect their coin to just be here when they haven't made a liquidity pool. So you must make a liquidity pool. What the liquidity pool is it's a pool containing money that gives the coin value, basically. So without the liquidity pool, your coin doesn't have any value. It can't be traded. This is why we have to make the coin, the pool, sorry, so that it's worth something. It's worth a certain amount of SOL that you put in the pool so that people can trade it. So I'll show you how this works. So you want to do 90% when you go to create your liquidity. That's what it will look like on the website. So you'll do 90%. The reason for this is because this will give you 900 million of your own coin, which leaves 100 million left for people to buy. The reason that you want to do this is because by you owning 90% of the market share of your own coin, every time somebody goes to buy the coin, it fluctuates the price really rapidly because you own like all of the coin. So that's why you want to make sure you do 90%. So once you've done that, you have to put some SOL into the liquidity pool. So you want to put, I used to recommend 0.05, but I think realistically, I'd recommend 0.1 if you want to make like a good like $600, $1,000. if you want to make at least like a few thousand, put like 0.3 in there. It's like a healthy amount. I always go for 0.3, to be honest. That's a good amount of sol to do for your pool. So yeah, that's that step. And then what you can do is simply create the pool. Now, once the pool is created, you simply watch your coin grow. So what's probably going to happen is it will look like this. So you market it, or maybe you don't. Maybe it's just a good coin and you let it grow organically. It will most likely do this. It will just pump up like this, and then there might be a few drops. If it drops, don't panic, because remember, you will, if it fails, you'll just get all the money back you put into it anyway. So it'll probably have a few drops, but then eventually it will just, it will be a stable amount for a while, and once you're happy with the amount that it's at, this is when you can do the rugging. So what you'll do is you'll go to coinflare.fun, you'll click the minus button, you'll click 100% of all liquidity, and you'll click remove. What will happen when you click remove the liquidity is all of the money in the pool will get sent straight to your Phantom wallet. So how this works is, let's say this one is your coin. There's 125 grand in that liquidity pool. So if you were to rug pull that coin, you'll get all of that 125k that people have put into the pool in exchange for the coin. That's the money people have put in from buying the coin. So if you rug it, you get all of that 125k into your wallet, just like that. So when you do that, what will happen to your coin is it will go like that. Well, it won't, it will be a straight line, but yeah, it will go like that. And it will just be, at the bottom, the coin will be worth 0. This means that everyone that holds your coin will be worth nothing, and they won't be able to sell it. This is why this is very unethical, and why I'm only telling you this for educational purposes. I'm not telling you to actually do this, but if you get loads of volunteers to buy your coin, then go ahead. So you can do it if you have people's permission. But this is YouTube. I'm not allowed to encourage you to do things like this. So this is for educational purposes. So yeah, it's just as simple as that, basically. That's how you launch a coin and rug it for educational purposes. Now, if this wasn't enough detail for you, or you thought I went too fast, I do have a guide. And the purpose of my video is not to sell you a guide. I'm not some guru that's just trying to make money off people that need help learning how to make money. That's not the point of my videos. I just genuinely want to teach you how to launch meme coins and how crypto works. But knowledge comes at a cost. And if you want to learn how to be a professional at this, like I am, and make 100k a month, my net worth is $8 million at the moment. So, if you want the knowledge that I have, then that does come at a cost. So you can buy my guide. I'll link it in the description and pinned comment. The guide covers absolutely everything. All the strategies, all the steps on how to do it. And it goes into a lot more detail than my videos do. Obviously, there's things I can't say on YouTube. There's things that I can say on a PDF file in my guide. So yeah, if you want to be a professional at this and you want to do this long term, I do recommend getting the guide. So it is currently $75, but on Monday it's going up to $100 because a lot of people are buying this guide. So I'm going to have to raise the price. So it's going to be $100 starting from Monday. So if you want it, I suggest you get it cheap. It is $75 at the moment. And this will just teach you absolutely everything. Like I said, once you follow this guide, you will be a professional in no time. This is all the knowledge that I've collected from my time of launching meme coins. So yeah, and I'm offering you all of my knowledge, and for $75 or even $100, the knowledge that I have, that's a cheap price to pay for that, just so that you can be able to be a professional and make millions off of meme coins. So that's a pretty cheap price to pay, if you ask me. So yeah, thanks for watching my video. Buy the guide if you want, or hopefully just the video itself was enough to help you get started in launching meme coins. So coinflare.fun and Photon. You can use Dex Screener, but I recommend Photon Screener. It's just my personal favorite. So yeah, this is the resources that you want to use. So yeah,